Welcome back! It's your girl, Piece of Pie.
And the other girl, piece of cake.
Hope you guys had a good week and you were waiting for our video. This video is going to be of how kind of like our story of our friendship.
How we reconnected and the process that we went through, kind of. So as you can see, we're not artists, so don't judge. Okay, so the first thing that came up was my mom giving birth to me. My mom was pregnant. She had me naturally. I can guess, as most would know, birthing is not fun. And I came out, and Rosario's mom was there with me. And I guess they started out as friends, so that's how we became best friends. And there's Chris, Rosario's mom. She's so nice. She used to braid my hair when I was little. I loved her. I still love her. And then, of course, there's me hanging out with my mom. And then there's my dad passed out on the floor because he's grossed out. He's probably dead, too. And then there's all three of us. Okay.
One thing I remember is that my sister was there actually when her mother's water broke. So this is me. La la la, I'm beautiful. And then this is my sister, Liz. Everybody calls her Nena though. And I remember us growing up and we would babysit Ashley and her beautiful twin sisters. But one thing one thing we always did was trip Ashley. We always tripped her because she was such a crybaby. And we cherished the beautiful little twins. Ashley always was kind of like, from what me and my sister seen, is that she was kind of like the favorite. So that's why we favoritized the twins. They're little angels. So
whatever.
Yeah.
I was definitely not the favorite. Okay, so the next step in our best friendship was Rosario and her sister Liz used to babysit us all the time, and my family, we had like a bunny farm. We had hundreds and hundreds of bunnies, and we used to hold the little babies when they were born, and it was the favorite part of my memories growing up as a kid. And Liz and her Rosario and her sister would take us out and let us hold them for hours on end when they babysitted us. And they would always just watch over us and just be like good little babysitters that they were, and we had lots of fun. They loved the bunnies too.
So throughout the years that me and my sister would babysit the girls, and the most of the time we would do it like during the summertime because we were in school and they were too little. I think the twins were still too little to go to school, so me and my sister would go throughout the summer there and stay days and weeks there while her parents would go to work, and me and my sister would play outside with the girls and still trip Ashley every day, and cherish our beautiful little twins, Taylor and Rachel. We love them so much because they were so cute, and they would always twirl their hair when they would like cry or they'd fall asleep, or they just do it just cause. And they still do it now. And I remember growing up too, when we would watch them, my sister always complained and say, why is Ashley always crying? She's always crying. Such a crybaby.
That's totally not fair. I'm surprised I don't have brain damage. So, yeah, I'm definitely surprised that you guys have to pay for my brain damage hospital bills or whatever you want to call it. All right, so next, a few years down the road, our parents moved. So my parents moved from one city to the next while Rosario's parents stayed in the same house they've always lived in, which is like kind of like a secure place. I always feel so comfortable when I go there. But now they've moved, so it feels different. So, yeah, we moved and we lived miles apart, and we hardly ever saw each other for years. We never saw each other, which was really sad. We're both really upset. Our families were really upset because our families grew up around each other, kind of. Like, my mom used to live with her mom and dad before she met my dad, and so we've always been kind of close. Our families have always been somewhat close to each other, and it was just too far for us, too many years apart.
So it really sucked when we moved apart. But 9 years later, I was 22, newly single, just got out of a pretty bad relationship, and I had just moved back from Chicago, and I didn't want to live with my parents, to be honest. And I always missed the girls, Ashley, Taylor, and Rachel. I've always been really close to them, and I miss them. So I was like, what the heck? I'm going to ask their mom to see if I can move in with them. So Yes, her mom said yes, and I was so excited because I was excited to get close to them. And I told my sister about it, and she's like, I don't know if it'll be the same, but you should give it a try because I know you love those girls, and I do. I love my twins and Ashley. And honestly, I was kind of nervous. I wasn't sure if I was going to get close to Ashley like I did, but I really did.
All right, so after she moved in with us for a few months, things were a little awkward because, we had that big gap between us, but we still, after a few weeks of getting comfortable with each other, we rekindled that old kind of like romance, but not romance, like a friendship.
It's like we lost no time, and it was 9 years.
Yeah, so we always would all hang out on the couch. We'd stay up from we'd wake up at noon and we'd all sit on the couch watching SpongeBob and eating whatever we want. Just talking about everything and anything till all hours of the night. We'd stay up so late and we'd sleep in the whole next day. Rosario slept on the couch and we slept in our bed. And then when we went to school, Rosario slept in my bed. It was lots of fun.
Sometimes the girls too, they would fall asleep in the living room because we'd just talk all night. And it was funny because one thing I really remember is when I moved in there, one would sit right next to me and then another, and they would always fight who could sit right next to me because we were just getting so close.
And that couch was kind of tiny.
Yeah.
We all squeezed right on it. Okay.
Another thing that really comes to mind when I was living with them, at that time I was working a minimum wage job, so I did get food assistance because I was just living with them for free, so I did need money for, to put my part in. And one thing I remember is that we really bonded over food, of course, me and Ashley and the twins. So my food stamps would come at I think it was the 18th or the 19th, and we'd go at 12 a.m. We'd go get pizza, donuts, gallons of ice cream, and we would pig out, but laugh so hard because the girls, they would get nervous, but especially Ashley. She'd get so nervous that she was going to get caught, but her mom would give us permission to go to the store for food. It was so much fun, and of course, we love those cookies and cream ice cream, sorry.
And of course, we ate lots of homemade good foods like the chicken and El Pozo or whatever it is.
Pozole.
All right. And then, the next thing was a good night for me, but not such a good day for my mom, the twins, and Rosario. So my mom was on her way to work at 4 a.m, and she got stuck because it just snowed 12 inches the night before. So she woke up the twins, Rosario, and herself, and they had to shovel their way out, and they're all thinking, where's Ashley? But in reality, my mom left me in bed sleeping, and she didn't even think to wake me up.
Not at all. And from that moment on, I kind of held a grudge. Really, Jenny? Because that's the girls' mom. She woke up all of us at 4 a.m. in the morning to shovel her out, but she left one daughter out. And guess what daughter that was? Little Ashley. And from then on, I always called her Princess Ashley, because she got to stay warm and cozy in the bed while we were out in our pajamas shoveling for hours for her mom to get to work. And her mom was late for work, but if Ashley was out there helping, she might have been there on time.
And I don't see how it's my fault that my mom didn't wake me up. It's not like I asked her not to wake me up.
So after a while, I did decide to move out. I finally got on my feet, and I was renting with my sister, but Ashley's birthday was coming around, and it was her sweet 16. Her mom wasn't going to have a party for her, but I wanted to celebrate her because I love her so much, and I was like, what the heck, Ashley? I'll throw you a little sweet 16 party, but at a hotel. So, I decked it all out. I got a really cute cake, and the cake it said, ain't no party like a Mexican party, and I shoved her face in it.
And we had chicken quesadillas, my favorite food.
Oh my gosh, it was so much fun, and we swam all day and everything.
And then we went to the fair afterwards. Okay, and then next, we held the longest Snapchat streak between each other out of all our friends. We'd Snapchat every day, ugly photos, funny videos, anything basically, every day for over a year. Actually, exactly 421 days to be exact. But then after a while, it kind of broke because of the new, everything just got complicated, but we're still really close. And that's my version of the Snapchat ghost or whatever he is. I'm not really good at drawing, so please do not judge.
Still to this day was my longest Snapchat streak was 421.
And that was with me.
So around that time, I had just moved out and I met my husband. We hadn't got married, but I was diagnosed with leukemia, bone cancer. And I was really, really depressed. I was most of the time by myself with my husband and my sister. But like I was always Snapchatting Ashley, and she would always send me silly videos and stuff, and it really kept me positive during that time. And I feel like that's where me and her really, really connected, and we got super close, and we talked all the time. Sometimes I just needed some words of encouragement aside from my husband and my sister. And then in 2015, a couple months after my last chemo round, I got married to the love of my life, Lalo, or Eduardo. We have been together for 5 years now, and it's just going great. And I remember that day my sister was my maid of honor, but Ashley as well. She was one of my bridesmaids, and the dresses were blue, and I forgot to fill them, but they were blue, and it was a very beautiful wedding, and I felt honored that she was in it.
And at her whole wedding, I was running my butt off. I didn't even have a chance to sit down and eat. And then in 2017, Rosario moved into an apartment complex, and then a few months later, I got the chance to move in too after a long struggle of trying to find a place for me and my boyfriend Josh. Exactly 10 doors down, the same hall, one end to the other. It was really neat that we got this opportunity to live so close to each other. And of course, Rosario lived with her husband Lalo and her dog King, who's a pain in the butt, and her 2 birds, Raja and Coco, that she just recently have gotten. And then I lived at my apartment with my boyfriend Josh and I, and our dog Remington, or Remy, and our little cat Kit Kat, who is a sassy little girl. Let me tell ya.
It was awesome to have her so close, because literally we could look out our doors and see each other.
We used to run down the halls to each other and every day. It was so much fun.
It was just so cool to have like my best friend just down the hall. Anytime I needed her, anytime she needed me, she'd always come over, like borrowing food or cooking together. And one thing that we had in common is that we worked all the time, but we always had Wednesdays off together. So Wednesday was our day. It was wifey day, and that's where we kind of started calling each other wifey. And we would get bored on Wednesday, we would go hang out and stuff, we'd go thrifting, but then we thought, why don't we start a YouTube channel? That'd be fun. So that's what we did.
And then we just came up with our idea, piece of pie and piece of cake. Of course, that's the pie. It's pumpkin pie, because that is our favorite pie.
Heck yeah.
And then this is the cake, which I love circle cake, but Rosario loves square cake. And obviously she's the pie and I'm the cake. And please like and subscribe, and always keep on sharing these videos with your friends and your family. We love to grow. We really love to grow.
If you guys have any videos ideas, just let us know. We love you guys. See you next week. This is your girl piece of pie.
And your girl piece of cake.
Bye.